Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Book Toys Games, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I edit my videos. So I just wanted to show you guys if you guys want to know an editing tutorial or something like that. So the first and most obvious step probably is to get a Roblox clip. And I usually record mine in either TTD3 or Catalog Avatar Creator. I already have my clip here, as you can see. I recorded this one in Catalog Avatar Creator, but yeah, this is the one that I'm going to be using, and I already have my sound in. And if you're wondering how to get sounds, what I usually do is I just go to the Capcut template and I just search up trending sound or whatever sound that I want, and then I just use that and put in my clip. That's what I usually do. I've already done this for this, and I just export it so there's not overcomplicated. This is gonna be an easy tutorial for you guys, so I'm excited. So first, of course, we're gonna add your clip in, add your music and everything, and then we're gonna actually start to the editing part. So I have songs that have beat drops. You can even see right here. If I will go closer. This is probably where the beat drop is. So I'm gonna check this. I'm pretty sure this music is copyrighted, but I really want to do this, so. Okay, so that is where the beat drop is. And I just put a little marker here. I am using Capcut right now because for me, this is one of the easiest editing services that has editing softwares that is easy to use, easy to understand, and has all the stuff that you need. Usually what I like to do is I like to start with adjustments. So with this, you want to go to adjustments, and then you have your clip right here. So of course you're gonna go to adjustments right here, push custom adjustment, put the plus, and then to go in. Then what I like to do, and then you go stay here, just keep on basic, then just scroll down until you see lightness and stuff like that. So I like to mess around with this. I always usually do sharpen to all the way 100, just because it does help. It helps to make it look higher quality, stuff like that. And then the clarity, I usually like to add 100 too. And of course, you could play around with all this stuff. This is just personally what I'm doing right now. But if you want to do something different, if you have a different vision for your clip, then you can definitely go ahead and do that. For this, I want it to be like this. I will turn the brilliance a little bit down if you want to add more shading and stuff like that. If you want to have it more bright, then you definitely want to add the brilliance up. But if you want it less bright and more shadow and stuff like that, then definitely add the brilliance down. There, of course, is positive and negatives to this stuff, so you can just mess around with all this stuff. I usually like to do something like this, not have it too bright, but not have it too dark at the same time. So I usually do it about here. I have my highlight on 7. You guys can look for a second. But there we are. Then I do like to go to curves. And then this just helps you have that shadery effect that I do like to have. So I start with the middle, and you're just going to place dots about where I'm putting them. I don't like to do a lot because as you see, it does do a lot to the clip. But I just like to do a little bit to really add the kind of shadery effect look. I don't do this on all my clips, of course, because I don't want it to look over exaggerated and look kind of try-hardish. But if you do want to have that over exaggerated look, because shaders are banned, sadly. And then to add more of a shadery look, you want to make sure that your ratio is at 9:16, and my clip is already that ratio. That'll be perfect. Let me add this back here. Okay. So we just finished with adding the shaders and all that kind of stuff. And then you want to go to, so of course you want to copy and paste your clip. And then you want to take the above clip. You don't want to do the below clip because it won't work that way. You want to take the above clip, and then you're going to push this, and you're going to push mirror. And it will look different, of course. And then you want to go to blend, and then push show, overlay. And then you could mess with the opacity if you would like to. And then you're just going to type in here at the rotate 180. And then you're going to go to mask. And these are free, by the way. All the stuff that I'm using, I don't have pro or anything on Capcut. So all the stuff that I'm using is absolutely free. And then you want to move this down. You can move this till you see like the top of your character's feet. Then you want to move this down. And of course it looks kind of weird. You're gonna go back to basic on the same clip. And just move this down so it touches your character's foot just like this. And then you can see, make sure my sound's off. Now it looks like we have shaders. And then we're gonna actually start with actual like velocity edits and stuff like that. So I actually use effects, which it's my favorite to use, of course. And it's just the easiest. So for beat drops like this, I usually like to do blur. And I just make it so it goes to where my marker is. And then as you see, then it'll be blurred until this point. And then my favorite thing to do is just search up ghost, and then it should pop up. It's called Ghost Blast. And I like to do this just to make it look kind of cooler. So you see, it'll have a flash, and then it will have the ghost blur and stuff like that. And then I do want to have a shine as well. So you can really just kind of just play around with this. It really just depends on like what you want your style of your edit to look like. So you see I added some shine right here so it won't go anywhere else but just where I placed it, as you can see. I also do like to do color, to search up color flash. Color flash, sorry. And then it'll be called color flash, of course. I usually also add this here. And then it'll look pretty cool. It may look like a lot to you. So if you do wanna, like, you can always change like all this stuff. So you can change like the atmosphere and the strength, stuff like that, which I will change. So you can see you have the ghost blast and you got the luminance. Then here comes the color flash to really bring it all up together. And there we are. And I usually like to do a fade out. It really just depends on the clip that you want to use. For like dancey clips like this, I would recommend using a fade out. But if you're doing more of a like, I don't know, but if you're doing a loop, definitely don't do fade out. But I usually like to do fade out just because it makes the clip look a little bit like it's ending. But if you have a loop, definitely don't do fade out. Of course, if you want to like change some clips and stuff like that, of course you can do that, because I'm just not necessarily doing this for this clip. So this is what I have so far. There we go. So that's what I have so far. But you can just add like a whole bunch of effects to do that. That's what I'm doing right now. Just like this. You can see I added some sharpens to the first clip, and then it'll go this. Be cool. If you do want like the effects to work with it, you definitely want to do this, because then since it doesn't really make sense, but since blur is over twinkle, the twinkle will be blurred. If you have twinkle above blur, the twinkle will not be blurred though. So this is especially helpful if you want to add more background effects. Let's show you guys the finished product, because it may not look that good of quality once you're like out here, but if once you go full screen, you can see. That's the finished product. I hope you guys helped. If you want me to do like more in-depth like how to like make the clip and like more in-depth tutorial, then maybe I will someday. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe learned a thing or two from it and how to make more edits. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please click the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.